G'day, 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 welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. How are we all? All well, I hope? Bit better today. The wrist's still a bit tight, a little bit sore. In here, and in here. But I'll survive, I'm getting there. It's a little bit better. I had my other steroids this morning, so that's my 3 days of steroids, so I come off it now, hopefully, and that's it fixed. Hopefully. How's your day been, lads? I see Resin was in there, I see Sam's in there, I see Brett's in there. Just going to get the chat up here now, so I'm in the game with yous. So Brett's on the road again, he's just got a couple of hours to kill, so that's good. Well, they're going to have a bit of a mixed bag tonight, so we'll see how we go. Corbs is in there. How are you, Corbs? Razor, Sam. Yeah, so I've done a little bit more to that brush today that we didn't quite finish in last night's stream. I didn't want to run the stream on too long. So I've done a little bit more to that. I've sanded it all up. I applied more CA. I also tidied up the bottom as well. But I didn't want to put a coin in it because I think the coin would spoil it. It actually looks quite nice the way it is. So I'll show you that brush shortly. Razor, I did get your email, mate. You were actually pipped to the post by Nigel. Nigel pipped you, mate, by about an hour and a half. You'll know what I'm talking about. But I wouldn't worry about it too much, mate. There'll be plenty more. So I took the sound settings all back today again as well. I wasn't happy. I reviewed the video this morning for a little while of last night's stream. And the sound was terrible, music and voice. So I'm hoping I've taken it back to pretty much where we had them prior, and hopefully that is much better again. I've also tried lowering the microphone down a little bit, so we'll see what that does, and I'll play it back tonight, probably tomorrow, and see how it goes. But I'm hoping that that's a lot better than what we had last night. I don't think Nigel's in the stream, is he? I was hoping he would be, because it's decision time. So anyway, let me show you the handle where I've got it to now. So I'll just change to camera 2. So there's the handle, there's the barrel. Okay, so she's nice and shiny. There's the bottom, and like I said, I've decided to leave the bottom without a coin because I didn't want the coin showing on the side of the handle on this one. It just looks nice the way it is. So we've got a little bit of sparkle in it, as you can see there. There's a bit of green sparkle. We've got the chameleon on the inside. Now when I had this out in the real natural light today, it was actually popping some lovely colours inside the handle on the barrel. The colours did stand out a lot better. It doesn't stand out in here because I think everything's flooded with the light. I've got that much light here. But what I've done is I've sanded it all up, I've buffed it, polished it, so it's pretty much finished. And what I also done was I put some of the green chameleon, I think it's green, grey and purple, around the inside of the socket for the knot as well. You won't really see it too well there, it still looks fairly clear, but when I sit the knot in it, it actually looks quite nice. And again, when I had it in the natural light today, we were getting all the colours popping up and around here as well, the colour changing colours. So it's a nice little brush. You can see there the natural the burl on the inside there. It's like little mountains in a landscape, if I go that way. It's like little mountains in a landscape, see? And the green holographic in it is just, it's absolutely stunning. Nice piece of ball. So let me just sit the cashmere in it, and I don't think Nigel was too fussy about what we went with. But I still really like this with that light green. So there it is with the cashmere. It's really nice, it really is. And it's got lovely, lovely soft tips on it, but a decent amount of backbone. And I do have more of these, so if anybody's after one, it's not a problem. I do have more of them. So I've got a selection of the synthetics now. I've got the cashmeres, I've got the timber wolf, I've got the tuxedos, I've got the plissoft, I've got the snow leopard, the boss knots, and I'm thinking there's, and the cashmere obviously. So there's quite a selection there now, and I've got them all in 26 and 28 mil. So if anybody's after one, like I said, I've got a fair few there. Okay, and then there's the bottom again. You can actually see up inside the handle there. You can see the sparkle, the glitter sparkle in the, and it's not overpowering. It's just enough. It looks really nice, not over the top. Just adds that little bit extra to it, you know. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to, I was going to set this knot in there, but if Nigel's not in the stream, I might leave the setting of that. Maybe we'll come back to that later in the stream, and he can make his choice as to whether he wants to go with that. Let me sit the 2-band in. I don't think the 2-band's going to look as nice in there, to be honest. So there it's with the 2-band. 2-band finest. And I didn't mind it with the boss knot actually. It looked okay with the boss knot when I tried the boss knot in it, but now that the pigment and everything's done in there, I mean that even looks okay. I don't mind that boss knot in with that. But I still think the cashmere is the one to go with, to be honest. And again, beautiful and soft, but plenty backbone in them. So really nice. There you go. And then there's the snow leopard, but the snow leopard is really just the reverse of a tuxedo, to be honest. And I just don't think it looks the same. I think the cashmere just really suits it being light in colour and the handle being light in colour on that side. Yeah, it's dark on the other side, you know, so when you look at it from that side with all the other knots in it, it looks quite nice. But when you see that side, I think the light knot just really sets it off. I'll let you see it again with the cashmere. There it's with the cashmere. I just reckon that looks excellent. And it looks okay with the dark and the light as well on the other side. But anyway, like I said, I might put it aside and we'll see if Nigel ends up coming in. And if Nigel ends up coming in, we'll maybe let him make his pick, what he wants to go with. And we'll take it from there. So I was all set to do that one. So I'll put my epoxy aside for now because we will need it again later. So, yeah, I mean, I hear you, mate. I hear you. I mean, there's a couple of them. I mean, I quite like the boss knot in there as well. The boss knot looks quite nice, but I just don't think that like I'm seeing the colour in it probably better than what you're seeing it in the cameras, but I just don't think it's got the same appeal. I mean, it's nice, but I just don't think it's got the same appeal as the cashmere knot in the handle when it's set. But look, we'll give him the choice. I mean, he's got the choice there. So, and again, I've got a tuxedo here as well, but the tuxedo just doesn't do nothing for it, to be honest. There's the tuxedo. Anyway, so no handles really tonight. We're not turning any handles tonight. I managed to get that one finished today. Well, other than basically just setting the knot in it, which I thought would be good for the stream, so we could, you know, crash on and get a bit of a mix. But anyway, it is what it is. I still haven't got my handle yet. I thought that might have been here again today, but still no signs of my new handle from my tool rest yet. So I'm still persevering with that with an Allen key. But it'll keep us going for now until the new handle arrives. So let me just show you these. I should probably need to go back to camera 2. Let me just show you these blanks that I'm doing tonight. So this blank, I've just cut that in half actually, just off the bandsaw just 2 seconds ago, just before I went live. So that's the, these are Sarjan's blanks. So I'm not sure who he had make them for him. He picks up blanks from all over the world, just things that he sees that he thinks are different. And this one's obviously been stabilised, the barrel, it's got barrel in it. It's been stabilised and it's also been dyed, so the barrel itself has actually been dyed. So this is the barrel section here, as you can see here, and I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's like black and blue in it. So it's been stabilised with dyes in the barrel. You can see it there as well. I mean, obviously there's cut marks on there as well, but there's colour in it. And then the resin is actually clear, but then it's got like blue spirals in it, like what I do with some of my blanks. And I think the surface of the barrel's also been painted in some form of a chameleon as well. I don't think it's a colour shifting one because I don't see any colour shifting in it, but it does have a little bit of glitter or something in it as well, or holographic as well. And it's quite nice. It's quite dark, but it's quite bright. So what we're going to do with these is, because the blank was that was the size of the blank, but to take one handle out of it, you need to really cut it in half to make sure you get 2 handles out of it, otherwise you're going to have a fair bit of waste. But because the blanks are then going to be fairly short, unless you're doing just a stumpy chubby style handle, you're not, there's no material to actually grab it in the chuck. So you're going to lose material. You're going to probably lose about another, 10 to 15 mil off that blank. So that's going to really reduce it down. So again, it would be still okay for a chubby, but for the longer style handles, like the ones I do, like for example, that one, you've not got any waste. There's no waste, so I've got nothing to hold it in the chuck with. So what I'm going to do is I've cut the blanks in half. That'll give us the maximum use of the blanks. And I'm going to turn some sacrificial wooden pieces tonight. And then what will happen is these will be glued to those sacrificial pieces in the chuck, and that'll give me the full use of the blank. So I can turn the handle the full length of the blank if I want to. And all I've got to do is, when I part it off, I'm just parting off the waste wood. So we can utilise the full width of full length of the blank. Okay, so that's one of the blanks that I'm doing. It's a nice blank too, by the way. Yeah, it really is a nice blank, and you can see the dyeing in the ball there, and then you can see a bit of the spiral in through there as well. So, nice blank. And then this is the other one. And this one's quite nice too. But this one's been done in a natural, so again the burl has been stabilised, but it hasn't been dyed, this one. I'm not sure if it's a brown mallee. It sort of looks like it could be a brown mallee, but I'm not 100% sure. But again, you can see that was originally one blank, and again this one's got clear in it as well, but it's got heavy white and blue spirals inside it. And I don't know if the surface of the burl might have been painted, or it might have a chameleon on it as well. I'm not sure. It looks like it might have a chameleon, or whether that or it's been painted, like I said. So again, but as you can see, the blanks are fairly sharp. So again, if I hold, and that's not a long handle, this one, but if I hold that one on there, you can see it's the full width of that blank. So I've got nothing to hold in the chuck. So that's the reason why we're going to glue the make up sacrificial pieces to glue these two. Okay. So yeah, they're very, like I said, they're very nice blanks, and he is very, very picky on his blanks. He's very, very selective. So yeah, now I'm just going to actually send him a message and ask him if he wants the knot set into the resin or the timber. Here we go, live on YouTube, live on YouTube. So I'm just asking him if he wants the knot set into the timber. Or into the resin. And hopefully he'll get back to me, but I can still continue on anyway. I'll throw a couple of pieces of timber in the lathe, and and we can prepare them. So what I'm going to do is, I didn't quite get this part prepared properly, so I've got a couple of pieces of wood here, which I'm probably going to end up using as my sacrificial blocks. So what I'll do is I'll turn them round first. So we're going to make a bit of a mess. I'll turn them to round first, and then what I'll do is I'll cut them on the bandsaw to length, and then we can glue them to the blocks, the acrylic burl blocks, and then that'll be them ready for turning. I'm not going to be turning these ones tonight. I'm just getting them ready for turning. But like I said, I do need Sir Jan to come back to me and tell me that he wants the glue block, what end he wants the glue blocks on. So if he's putting the knots in the resin end, I'll put the glue blocks onto the burl end, and if he's going knot in the burl, I'll put the glue blocks onto the resin end. So and that'll keep it all right for turning. So what I'll need to do is, I had this set up to actually go straight into these, because I've got a couple of other blocks there that I could have used as waste blocks, but I think I'll do new ones altogether. So just bear with me until I get the lathe set up here, fellas, and I'll be right with yous, because I'll need to put different centres in now. So we'll put a stab centre in, the headstock, drive centre, and we'll put a live centre in that end. And got a couple of bits of glue there that I'll need to drive off. It's all good. It could have been grey dog, it could have been dogwood, I'm not sure, Mike, where he actually got them. And I can't remember if he mentioned anything in his messages to me, so I'm a little bit unsure, to be honest. But it very well could have been. How's the sound and the voice levels tonight, fellas? Actually, I'm going to go the other way with this because that didn't work very well for some reason. Usually does. We'll go corner to corner. It's a little bit out of whack, this block, so so this would be about the first time, I think, other than the timber brush that we've done, but this would be about the first time we've actually turned shavings in the shed with wood. On the lives anyway, that is. So that's just a sprung-loaded punch I was using there, so it gives me a centre mark for the, gives me a little dimple that I can put straight into the stab centre, drive and live. They're a handy little thing, just makes it easier. So got the cross on there, I just put that on the centre, sit it on something solid and then just press it in and it punches itself in and gives you a hole in the centre, see? And all I've got to do now is just locate that into the pin on the stab, bring it up, guide the other one in, and I can pretty much lock that off now and just drive the stabs in till the teeth bite. Yeah, it's just snuck up again, must be the track, so I'll just drop that down 1 or 2. I think each time I press the button it drops it down about 3 dBA, so should be okay about there for now. Alright, well what I might do is, since we're going to be making a bit of a mess, I might put some of these tools away and I'll pull them out as I need them. I'll need the spindle roughing gouge. Yeah, we'll put some of them away for now. We can always drag them out again if we need them later. I'll leave that there, leave that there, and we'll leave them there. Okay, put that away. That can go in there as well. So can that. We'll leave that there. Alright, so I'll just get a bit of a height on this tool rest. It probably should be okay. I'll just check my my distance there. Make sure we're not hitting anywhere. No, we're all good there. Make sure everything's tight. Yeah, the Lathe's a Vic mark, mate. I've got the, this is a small one, this is the VL150. variable speed, forward and reverse, and I've just built it on a cabinet, so I've got 3 drawers, one big long wide drawer on the top and then 2 deeper smaller drawers on the bottom. So I have all my turning tools in the top drawer, and then I have all my polishes on the left hand side, then I have all my chucks and drive centres and dust masks and all that sort of stuff I have on the right hand side, so it's easy to find something when I go looking. And the good thing about it is the cabinet's on 4 wheels, 2 of them are lockable, so when I go to demonstrations and stuff, I can just wheel it into the back of the trailer and then wheel it out at the other end and then just set it up, and I'm all ready to start demonstrating. So it's got a variable speed on it. So I'm currently in at about 1500 RPMs, and I'm just going to go in and start taking shavings. And there's chips flying everywhere. So all we're doing at the moment is taking it from square to round. And it'll take a bit because it's not a perfectly square block. It's a bit rectangular. And it doesn't have to be perfectly, it's only a waste block, so boy oh boy, am I going to have some cleaning to do tomorrow. All good though, it's all good. So I'll put these onto camera 3 so you can see what I'm doing there as well. I don't like the tool rest on this little lathe. I do have another one actually. You can't run your finger along it because it's a weird shape and it's not consistently even along the top here. Your finger tends to slide off it, so it's hard to get your blank. You've just got to basically make sure you get your blank round just by eye, because you can't use your finger as a guide. I do have another one there. I should probably change it over and use that one because that's much better. In fact, I might do that if I can find it, that is, without taking a long time to do so. That's the one. So set that one there, put this one in. I'll have to renegotiate my centre height now, which I think should probably be round about there, all going well. So we'll see how we go with this one. Might be a little bit close there, but we'll see how we go. So you can see I'm able to run my finger on that one a lot better. So therefore I can use the tool rest as a guide to keep my cut straight and parallel. I don't think my computer's going to like this. You should see the You should see the mess all over the computers. So I will need to clean that off. The only good thing is it's all shavings, it's not dust, so there'll be a little bit of dust. But so what you can see there, we've still got a little flat spot there. We've still got a little flat spot there, but you can see this is a lot straighter and a lot cleaner because I can run my finger along here than what this end was. But we'll bring the rest of that back to straight. I can actually lift my tool rest up now. So I like to keep everything square and parallel with the bedway of the lathe, and then that way you know you're running, you know, as close to parallel as you can with the centre of the lathe. No, we need more. So you can see the shavings. It's a fairly dry piece of wood too, so we'll go to camera 2. So we're getting there. Still a little bit. So I think we're right there. We've still got a little bit here though, yeah? See the flat? Just there. That yellowish tinge there, that's just a little bit of flat we've still got. So we'll keep going until we get rid of that, and then we'll move the tool rest along and just take off the rest on that end. That's better. I've still got a little bit there. Tiny, tiny. We must just be on top of it. Okay, so we'll move the tool rest along a little bit. We'll go the other way, just tidy that up now. And I'm currently spinning at about 1540 RPM at the moment. And you can see how much easier it is to keep it, you know, more round and more parallel when you've got a good, decent tool rest to work with. The other one's just no good for sliding your fingers along, so it sort of loses out, unfortunately. Now that's all we need, and then, like I said, each one of these blocks will get fitted to that, and then that's what we'll use to turn. So I'm just going to square up the end of that face for now. And I'll get my badan out for that, just for easiness. We'll see if I can do it without moving the tool rest. So that's that nice and square. We'll do the same on this end, just square it up. And I'm going to put a 50 mil. I'm going to put a 50 mil dovetail on either end now, and then when I cut it, then I'll give us our piece for putting the blanks onto. So I might even end up getting 3 pieces out of this one, all going well. So I'll set my calipers up to 50 mil now, or thereabouts anyway. They can stay on the floor now. Right, so we'll set that to 50. That's one good thing about the resin, lads. It doesn't make anywhere near the mess that the timber does. And I mean, I've got dust extraction, but I can't put it on here because it would just be too noisy for the video. You wouldn't be able to hear a thing with that running, so it's the only reason I don't use it in this sort of scenario, you know. I've got 2 dusties actually. I've got a little one with a pleated filter on it, and I've got a bigger one over the back of the shed with you know, a pleated filter on it as well. Okay, let me see how we're going in the chat here. So we've got Grey Dog in as well now. How are you, Grey Dog? Good to see you, mate. Rami, how are you? We've got our friend in from South Africa again. Yeah, the punches make it dead easy, aye, they're really good. Ah, Sarjan's in the house. Mate, I sent you a text message. I need to know what end you want. Oh, you've maybe answered it. I need to know, Sir Jan, if you want the waste block, what end of the blanks are you putting the knots in? Are you putting them in the timber, or are you putting them in the resin? Because I'm going to mount the 4 of them. I'm going to get the 4 of those blanks. I've got the blanks cut. I'm showing the guys in the stream. I've got the blanks all cut here. So I want to know which end's getting the knots, so that I can make sure I put the waste block on the right end. So if you can let me know that would be very helpful. Sir? And in the meantime, I'll crack on. We must be getting fairly close. Yep, that'll do that one. Samuel, it's here, mate. It's here, all finished. All I've got to do is set the knot in it. So the bottom's all finished. I've put some colour changing pigment in the socket, around the socket here. You don't really see the colour change in it here in the lights because it floods it all out. I've got too much light in here in the workshop. I need it for the cameras. But when I had it out in the daylight today, it was absolutely stunning. So yeah, so that's it in all its glory. All polished up, shined up. Looking nice. And all we've got to do is set the knot in it, but I was waiting to see if Nigel actually came into the stream to see which way he wanted to go. And around the knot here it's got the colour changing pigment as well, so it gives it a nice effect through the dye. Like when it's out of this bright light, it looks so much better. And a little bit of sparkle in there as well, as you can see. So I'm going to continue on anyway. We'll put a dovetail in this end as well. So just want to get that fairly close. That's not too bad. And then I'll just put a little bevel on it. That'll do it. Just make sure that that's clean there in the dovetail. Make sure this one's nice and clean as well. So that's just basically got the waste block. So what I can do now is take that blank out. We should get 3 out of this one, but I'll cut these 2 off first, and then we'll do the third one, and then if I've got to do another one, I'll have to turn that other square block down to round, which is not a problem, we can do that. So this is actually some, I think it's Queensland maple, this timber that I'm cutting up here. You can see it's got some nice figure in it actually. So it's a shame to be using it for waste blocks, but it's what I've got there at the moment on hand, so I thought I might as well just use it. And so even although I've got this little stumpy bit on here, I've made the dovetail so that I can still sit that in there, so I can take this one off, and then I can do the same with the other end. Not that I really need to take it off, but it just keeps everything nicer. So I can take the steb out now, and I can go back to just that, just to hold it for me. And that just went straight back in the centre there, so shows you how good that dovetail is squared up in the jaws. And we'll just get the parting tool out. We'll part that little flat off just so it's out the way, gone. Too high. Oh damn, I'll tell you what, I really want that new handle to arrive before the weekend. It would be good if it was here tomorrow. I can't see how something can take, 4 or 5 days. I ordered it Monday. I can't see how it can take a whole week to get it from the north side of Brisbane to the south side of Brisbane. Okay, so that's just got a nice clean dovetail there now to go in the chuck. And what I might actually do is I might actually part that off. Yeah, I'll part that off. I probably only need to have it. I'll probably get the 4 of them out of this actually. It's big enough to get the 4 of them, so why not? If I make that, say, only needs to be about 40 or even 30 mil. Make that 30 mil, we can part that off at 30 mil. Actually, just trying to think if that's going to be the easy way. Serjan, did you get my question, mate, in the video? I need to know what you want to do with these blanks, whether you're setting the knots in the timber end or if you're setting it in the resin end. Can you let me know, mate? I might actually get my other parting tool out for this too, because I don't want to be going in with the small parting tool, so I'm going to use my Thompson tool here, parting tool, and I'll sink that into one of my handles. Where are they? They're over there, so I'll just go and grab the handle, one of my handles, mate. So, and I will need to lift this tool rest right up now because I've changed tools now. So the knots are going in the resin, mate, are they? Not in the timber. Is that for all four? Because I'm going to glue the four of them up tonight and get them so that they're basically ready for turn, and I'll let the glue go off for a day or two, and then I'll probably still a little bit high. Okay, so I'm going to put my pencil, so we'll part that one off a bit there. So here we go. And I'll just need to drop that tool rest down a little bit now. Geez, I'm not going to know myself when I get my handle back, or when I get my new one, I should say. So, don't know if you can see that. You won't see it in that camera there, I don't think. Maybe maybe if I go to 3, you might see it if I go that way. So it's pretty close to it. It's pretty flat. There's just a little nibble in the middle, which I'll take out now. That's it gone. So that's one glue block ready. Okay, so what will happen now, so the knots are going in the resin end, so that will get glued onto there like such. Okay, centre of that block, and then basically that'll let me use that full piece of material to turn the handle, so we're not going to waste any length off this at all. We'll use the maximum length that we can get. Alright, so that's one, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark this, how I've got it in the chuck. So that chuck is number 1, that one's number 2, number 3, and number 4. And that way I know when I'm putting it back in to line it up with the chucks, and it will go back in the same spot. Okay, so we'll get rid of that one now. That one's ready to go. Yeah, I just wanted to check, mate, because I know you had those steel rings as well, and I just wanted to check with you. And as Grey Dog says, the fella that does a lot of the blanks in the States, he does his in the timber. But I know yours are different knots. I know the reasons why, but I just wanted to check. Okay, so we'll get this one in now. Hopefully this one fits in nicely as well. So I won't tighten it right up. So as you can see, that's virtually spot on centre straight away. But what I will do is I'll put a little bit of pressure on that. But I'm just going to put a piece of timber in there so I don't damage the end of the timber. That way I'm getting it flat against the chuck. And then I'll tighten the chuck up. Wrong key. There we go. Back that out. That's a piece of tiger myrtle. Tasmanian timber, but it's a pretty ordinary piece. Oh, it's got a bit of grain there. But I've got a heap more inside. Lovely timber when it's turned. Okay, so as you can see, that's nice and true now. So we'll just bring that tailstock up. We'll lock that in there just to give it a little bit of support. Actually, yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. And what I'll do is I'll turn a tenon in that one, in this end, and then we'll part that one off. So we'll take that until we get about 50mm again, or thereabouts. Slightly bigger is okay, but not too big. And then we'll just bevel that off. And then I'll just go in with the skew just to make sure that we've got hollow at the bottom of the dovetail. That's good. Now we'll make this other one up. Where did I put my steel rule now? I'm laying stuff down and I can't find it for the shavings. Okay, so we made that one from the chuck out. We made that 30mm. So we'll do the same here. We'll make that 30mm. All with me so far? I know the wood turners will be. Alrighty, so we'll just mark that off now. So part it off there. That noise is just this live centre, so don't worry about that too much. And I need to bring that out a touch now. And we'll go in with the parting tool again. Put a small relief cut in so we don't bind in the slot. So now I'll go in, just take the last of it out. That's that. And that's good. So that's another one done, or I better mark the chucks, I suppose. Keep us right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let me just catch up in the chat here. What's Sarjan saying? Oh yeah, true. Tell you what, the one Galaxy piece. Well, you tell me which ones, Mike. I'll get it up in a minute. I'll get the 4 waste blocks done, and then I'll come back to you and we'll sort out which way you want the glue blocks on. Is that all right? Okay. Okay, so we can take that one out now. That's the second one. That's pretty good straight off. I'll tighten it. I'll put a little bit of pressure back on there, just to make sure that we're properly in. So we've got 2 glue blocks there, and we'll do another tenon on here. I'll just clean up that edge a little bit, get rid of the centre nibble. Take us back to that one. Check that for flat. Lovely. We'll bring in the tail stock and we'll just give it a little bit of support. We'll put another tenon on this end now. That's good enough for me. So I'll just put the dovetail on it now. That'll do it. Give it a clean in the corner. Done. Oh, I can leave that there till we part it off, I suppose. Pull this out again now. Same again, 30mm. Was 30, wasn't it? From the chuck end, from the face of the chuck, yep. 30mm. And then will be 30mm for that one, from there to there, and I could probably even get another one, just as a spare. Might as well while I'm here, right? Okay, so we'll go in with the parting tool again now, we'll part that one off. Let's get my mark first. Get this one. So what I'm doing here is I'm locking that in underneath my arm, in there, and I'm getting my finger on top of the tool in the vertical position, and that locks the tool in. Then I'm guiding it into the slot, into the recess, and then I start cutting, and as I'm cutting, I just part it off. Set the straight edge on there. Yep, all good. Beautiful. Excuse me. Undo that one now. Oh, didn't mark it, did I? But that's how it came out. So we'll put it straight back in. All good. One, two, three, four. Next, please. nice and true. And I'll do the same again just to make sure we are seated against the face of the chuck before I fully tighten it up. And I don't need that now. We can get that out the way. So we'll just clean this end up. Just give the computers a clean off. Okay, we'll go on and put another tenon on the end of this one. That'll give us one spare. Clean up that inside shoulder. Check that for roughly 50 mil, yeah, just a bit over. Probably needs to go in a little bit more. That'll do it. Okay, now we can part that one off. So we'll bring this in again. Just for a little bit of support there. And we'll part this one off. So same again, lock it in my arm here, with my pointer finger on top with the tool, guide it in, and just carefully take it away. There we go, that's another one. We'll just square this one up now. Put these onto that shot for this one. Beautiful. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 4, and this one will make 5. So that'll give us one spare, just in case. Or if I have something else that's all ready to go, all I've got to do is glue whatever I want to turn to it. So we'll just tidy up the end of that one now. We'll leave that at the size it's at. Lovely, lovely jubbly. One, two, three, four. So how are we going there, fellas? I'm going to have to catch up in the chat because I've been too busy, haven't I? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these 4 lovely blanks here. So we've got, I'll try and show you the way you're probably going to see the handles. We'll set them 2 there, and then we'll set them 2 there like that. And we'll throw over to Sarjan now. I probably need to take that tailstock. Oh no, the tailstock's not the right way to go. It needs to be up further to the headstock. So there's the 4 blanks. I can maybe zoom in a little bit on them. I'll get rid of that. I suppose I should do it. Please subscribe. If anybody's in the channel that hasn't subscribed, I'd much appreciate it. It keeps me coming back, it keeps me making videos. So if you're in there, if you're in the channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click the little bell button as well, and that'll notify you when I go live or when I post any new videos up. Much appreciated. If you can do that for me, that'd be great. If you haven't already done so, I'll get rid of that that so we can actually see the blanks better. So there's the blanks, mate. I just need you to tell me which ones you want. The knots in the top in the resin, and which one you want in the ball. If you can tell me that, Sir John, that would be great. Oh, Grey Dog, Thompson tools, mate, they're the best money can buy. We pay a lot of money for them over here. It's very expensive to buy them here, but I've got a whole heap of Thompson tools here. I've got a couple in here that are already set up. And I've also got a whole range of Thompson spindle gouges and bowl gouges and parting tool, and oh, there's another one as well, and another one. And there's another one. So, you know, I've got a fair range of Thompson tools, but they're certainly, they're worth every penny, mate. They are expensive, but I like them purely and simply because I like them purely and simply because you don't have to keep going backwards and forwards to the grinder. They just hold a nice sharp edge. You know, there's no dramas with them. So less time at the grinders, more time turning shavings, and that's what I like about them. Okay, so what jammed up there? It's this tool, see? That's what rocked my table and caused me to knock one of the blanks off. Yeah, fantastic, mate. I really love them. Sarjan, which blank's which, mate? I need to know. Yeah, there is still a bit sore, mate, but I had another steroid this morning, so that's been my 3 days of steroids. So it was a lot better. Before I started turning, it was a lot better, but it's actually starting to get a little bit sore in these knuckles here again, and in my wrist. My shoulder went last night, but that's come good again today. So it's really just this. This is where it started in this finger 3 days ago, and then went to my thumb, my wrist, and then up into my shoulder. Now it's come back down and it's in this finger and still in my wrist. So, but it's sore now, but I think it's just because I've been on the lathe again. Before I come out to the lathe, it was just very slightly sore, not too bad. But it's gotten a bit worse again, but that's all good. It'll come good again. And hopefully the steroids I took this morning, just topping up the other ones that I took for the last couple of days. So hopefully tomorrow I'm fine. I did get out for a fly today. I had about 3 flights today with my one of my models, so I quite enjoyed that. And I had the dogs, spent a bit of time with the dogs. I did actually take some photographs today of the 2 pups. So maybe next stream I'll get them onto the computer, because I've got them on my mobile at the moment, on my phone. So I'll get them onto the computer and I'll show you my 2 pups in Sunday night stream. Okay, they're coming along quite nicely. Okay, Sarjan, which one? I'll put you back to this shot. Which one of these is having the blank put into the barrel? And which ones, and the rest are all having it in the resin, you were saying. So if you can let me know which ones, and I'll mark them now so that we've got it right for when I mount the glue blocks. Because basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mount these. I'm going to put 2-part epoxy on these, and they'll get mounted to the centre of these waste blocks that we've just made, and then they'll get turned when I can get to them. I want to let the glue really go off as well, so it'll be a day or 2. Yeah, this one's got a little bit, if I can show you here, let me show you. So this blank here, I'm taking it this is the one you're talking about. It's got a tiny little bit of barrel in the very top here. Just a tiny little bit in the corner, but once we start shaping, we'll probably end up losing that depending on the shape that we're making. And you can see you've got on this corner here, which is the tallest corner to the top of the resin, we've got about 18 millimeters just to the point of that burrow there, if you can see that. So from there to there is 18 millimeters, but that drops off quite significantly as it goes into the blank, and you've got a lot of resin above that burrow. So you know this one, if you go onto the top of this one, you shouldn't have. Although that piece burrow there does have a little leg protruding in. Okay, so these ones are having the sockets in the. Let's get those 2 out of the way then. So these 2 are having the sockets in the resin, yeah. Okay. Okay. That's them 2 out the way. Now this one has the barrel going all the way up to the top, basically. So if I turn that around, you can see the resin, you can see the barrels coming up the side, up to the top on this edge here. And then as we turn around, you've got all resin, all resin, all resin, and then we come back to burl up here on the other side. So yeah, that one will have burl all the way up, and on the top end you've got that much. So what this one that I've got in my hand now, with the burl all the way up, what's that with that one? What end's the knot to go in that one? This is the one with the burl all the way to the top on this side. So that's the burl all the way. That's one side, and that's the other side. Okay, so socket in the burl on this one. So there we go. So the resin will be down like that. The knot will be in the top. There you go. Okay, so that's that one. And this one, it's going to have the knot in the resin, yeah? Yep, so that one's the one we done. That's got the burl all the way up. Okay, so that's got the burl all the way up. That's the burl end there, with a little bit of resin in that corner. That's the knot end for that one. And then this one's going to have the socket for the knot in the resin, yeah? Cool. Sergeant and I have that many text messages and stuff going backwards and forwards to each other over time, and I think when he asked me to do these ones for him was quite some time ago, and he was waiting on the blanks coming in, and then the blanks came in and he sent them up to me, and since then we've had God knows how many messages for other things as well as these, as well as other knots and handles. And he gets customers and feeds them to me, and I get customers and feed them to him as well. And we have that many messages that when I go back to try and get the information, it's just, you know, miles back in the messages, and it just takes forever to try and find them again. It's an issue because you don't have a search, you know. If you had a search and you were able to go back and search somehow, it would make things darn sight easier. But anyway, it is what it is. So I know I've got a drawing for one of these, so Sergeant, if you can maybe just message me for that, which one it is that you want the drawing done for, and basically I'll you know, when I can get to that one, that'll be the first one to do. And then if you send me what you want done with these two, because I know you're pretty set on these ones already, I think, so if you tell me what these ones are going to be. I think these are going to be the chubby style type handles, are they? And then if you can tell me what you want done with this other one as well. I do have another couple of customer brushes I've got to do as well. I've got this one for that fella that wants one, the purpley bluey pink one. So I've got to do that one for that customer, Sergeant. So I'll try and get that one done. I might squeeze that into my, I think I've got another 2 streams already scheduled, but I might schedule this one in for the next available stream. So it'll probably be maybe the end of next week sometime. And I'll do this one and get that one out of the way, so I can stream that one as well. And then we've got that other fella that I spoke to you about today, for that other one. So once he confirms what he wants, then we'll go with that as well. I do have another chameleon hybrid one that I've got to do for a fella as well, so that'll probably be this one. And again, you don't really see the colours too well in this because it's just the lights just blow everything out here. But this is a colour changing one, and that's going to be turned into another nice brush. I do need to get you to send me up a 30mm for this one. So that'll take care of that one. So now what I've got to do, fellas, is I've got to set all those. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I'll probably just have to give them a little bit of a touch to clean it up. That one's still got a little nibble on it. I thought I'd clean them off. So these will get set, they'll get set onto these like such. So I just need to make sure that I centre them up when I glue them on. And that'll give me the waste block to hold it in the clamp, in the chuck. So you probably don't need to see that being done, fellas. I mean, I'm not going to bore you with, you know, gluing blocks to pieces of wood. I'll do that offline, and then you'll get to see the turning when I turn them for Serjan. So you'll get to see that being done. So that'll be, you know, how they get glued up. And then, actually I can probably just probably take that out with my, if I get my skew, I can clean that with the skew slightly. Just to take the dimple in the middle. That's it, that's that one. Same with this one. That's that. So they'll get centralised on those blocks, and like I said, I'll epoxy glue, 2-part epoxy them onto the glue blocks. Actually, that's the chuck end. Why am I worrying about that? I'm worrying about the wrong end. That goes into the chuck, so it doesn't matter. So all I've got to do is just centre them up on the blank so they're spinning fairly true, and then that's them once they're all glued up. Actually, they need to go the other way, don't they? They need to go that way so you can see them all. So I'll glue them, like I said, I'll glue them together offline. There's no need for me to show you me gluing square pieces to round pieces. So how was that, fellas? You got to see some sacrificial blocks being turned on the lathe, how they get fitted in the chuck, and how we use them to maximise the amount of, you know, maximise the amount of material. I mean, we've got minimal length in these, so we really, to turn the shape handles that Serjan wants to turn in some of these, we wouldn't have had any material to hold it in the chuck, so hence the reason for the sacrificial. So it just means that we can maximise the use and have very little waste off the blank. So basically that's just going to go in there like that. We'll tighten it on once it's glued to the piece, and then we'll just turn that round on the lathe, and she'll get turned into a nice handle, and we'll have very little waste. The only waste we'll have really is where we do the shaping, you know, and obviously turning off the corners. And other than that, we'll get a, you know, full-size handle out. So the blank itself is, these finish up at 70 73 millimeters, 73, 74 millimeters. So most of my handles, like my normal size handles, are normally 68 to 70 mil. So, you know, there's very little waste there, or very little to actually hold it in the chuck. So by doing it this way, it just makes everything so much easier. And, you know, it'll do the job for us. So, that's tonight's stream, fellas. How's that? An hour and a half. Now, did we get Nigel? Nigel hasn't been in the stream tonight, has he? I might have to message Nigel and see what he wants to do with this knot, because I don't want to set the knot in if he wants to choose a different knot, you know. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and he can choose what knot he wants, and that'll be the decision made. We'll glue the knot in, and then it will go in a post bag and be sent off to him. And I hope he thoroughly enjoys it. It's a nice looking handle. For anybody that wasn't in the stream earlier, I'll just put the cashmere knot back in it, because the cashmere is the one I like. And go back to that camera there, and there she is. And it's, like I said, the colours are blown out in it, fellas, because the lights here are just too strong. When I had it outside today, it was absolutely stunning. We got the green, we got the grey, we got the purple, and you know, you can see the little peaks in the ball inside there, right round the edge, right round there, like little teeth sticking out the side, or if you lie it the other way, I suppose, if you lie it that way, they're like little mountains coming up out of the ball. And then we've got the holographic sparkly bits in there, which was a green holographic. And I've also done around the socket inside the knot, so in the daytime the colour shifting pigment sort of covers the, you know, you can't really see the knot in there. Well, you can see it's very, very slightly, but the colour shifting pigment, when the colours come out, you don't see the knot. But it's just that these lights just blow all the colour out in here. You're getting to see a little bit of it, but we found the same with all the hybrid blanks that I've done in here. Once you get them away from these lights, the colours just pop straight out. That's why I try and take some photographs and put some photographs up as well. So I'll be putting some photographs of this one up with the cashmere sitting in it like that tonight. I'll put the little 30-second video clip up on Instagram as well, so you get to see it on the little, excuse me, on the carousel, spinning around for 30 seconds. You might, I think the photographs actually picked up more of the colour than what the little video did, but have a look at them later on tonight anyway, and you'll see it a lot better. And then we've also got these ones. So we've still got a few blanks. I'll just sit them down on here. We've also got a few other blanks that we still need to do, and again, these are all holographic and colour changing pigments in them as well, just different colours. You can see the colours in that one there, sorry, in this one here, not too bad at the moment. And then you've got a bit of colour in this one as well. So you've got the colour in them all, but and then I've still got these ones to do as well. So let me stick one up there and one there. This one's got some colour in it. And it's lighter than that last one. Remember the dark one that we done with the multicolours in it? It looked like a bit of an oil slick in water. So this was the other ones we done at the same time we done that one. So this one's got rose gold holographic with a black top on it. And this one was just a mix of different coloured tints. And I think we, I actually can't remember what colours. I'm looking at it and it's got red and blue. There's probably a little bit of green in there. Just when I hold it up to the light I can see it better, you know. And then this was one of the other ones we done. So again, that's got colour in it and it's got holographic in it. So this was the lime green with the fluoro lime green with the fluoro orange. And it's got some holographic. I think we put gold through this one if I remember correctly. So there's a few blanks there still to be turned yet. that's those ones, and then we've got these ones, which were the Wildfire and the Purple. And then I've got, oh yeah, and that's the other one I've got to turn for that customer of Sarjan's and mine. So yeah, that one will get turned next in one of the streams. I'll tack this on to the end of my scheduled streams that I've got in at the moment. I'll tack this one in, and that's the next one. Okay, so yeah, so we've got a fair few there still to turn, fellas, but I've got heaps of blanks tucked away as well, but these are the recent ones that we've cast that I do want to turn. We do have that one as well, and this one as well, which was a blue and gold and blue, gold and clear. So it's got a lot of clear in it, this one, blue and gold. And this one was the sort of, don't know if the camera will pick that up, it's kind of opally looking. It's quite nice. So we had a lot of whites and colour shifting, no colour shifting, I forget what they call it, where there's two colours in it to make the one. So it'll be nice inside this one, I think, but just something a little bit different. So we have got plenty to go, fellas, and I've got boxes more of blanks over there as well. These are just some of the recent castings that we've done, so they're all going to come up for turning at some stage, turning into handles. And hopefully we'll get some nice brushes out of them at some stage. But I need to try and get some of the customer ones out now, so I'm going to start tacking some customer brushes on to some of the streams now. So we'll still get a bit of variety, we'll still get to see some nice brushes being made. Okay. Well, I think I'm all done and dusted, fellas. I've got a massive mess here to clean up now, but that'll probably get done if the weather's okay tomorrow. If the weather's okay tomorrow and it's not windy, I'll probably take the planes down again and get a few flights in. That'll give me a little chill time, and then I'll come back here and I'll probably end up spending a couple of hours in here just cleaning up and getting it all ready. And I'll get it set up for the next stream on Sunday night. So Sunday night, and then our next one will be the following Tuesday, the following Thursday. So every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday nights, 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we'll catch you all again on Sunday night if you've got the time to drop in and say goodbye. Have I missed anything? Has anybody got any questions or any queries on anything before I get to the stage where I shut the shed door down? Just want to check, just so I don't miss anybody. It's hard for me to keep an eye on the stream when I'm watching the monitor and watching what I'm doing on the lathe as well. So I just like to touch base and make sure that I haven't missed any questions or anything like that. So Razor's all good, Samuel's all good. I'd say, oh, Catman's still there. Sarjan's all good. No problem, Sarjan, mate. Pleasure. Yeah, mate. We'll just touch base and just clarify exactly what we're doing with each one now. Socket size, socket depth, and obviously the shape and sizes for each handle. And once we've done that, mate, I'll tag these into the end of some of my other ones, and hopefully we'll get them turned. Like I said, I do want to give them plenty of time for the 2-part epoxy to really fully set hard on them as well before I put them back in here. But you know, a couple of days will sort that out. But like I said, I've got a few streams and I've got a few other brushes there, so I'll knock those ones out first, mate, if you don't mind. and then I'll pretty much, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably stop taking orders for a week or two, and I'll catch up on your ones and get them all knocked out, because I've still got those other ones that I want to try and see if we can salvage for you with the was it the emboiner? So I want to try and salvage them for you, but I'll need to probably make up little temporary molds or something for them, and see if I can get them to bond up nicely, and then salvage them so that you've got something out of them and it's not wasted. So we'll do something with that, but I'll leave them ones right to the death, mate. I don't think you're in any rush for them, so we'll leave them right to the death. But I'd like to try and get these ones done for you sooner rather than later as well, but I'll tack them on where I can, mate. But the main thing is once they're all glued up on the glue blocks, that's them pretty much ready to go. So yeah, it's just a case of getting them on the lathe and actually turning them, mate. They do look like nice blanks though, mate, so yeah, they should make a couple of really nice handles all going well. And obviously the stabilising on these looks really good as well. So not a little bit different to the other ones we've done. We had a few issues with those other ones, but these ones are certainly I mean, I won't know until I cut into them, but these ones certainly look to be the goods, mate. So yeah, okay, so everybody's all good, guys? No more questions? Excellent. Okay, guys. Well, once again, it's been a pleasure having you all in. Been a little bit of a shorter stream tonight, but hopefully you found it interesting turning the blocks out of one piece and getting enough to do 5 blanks. Explaining to you how they work, and how we're going to proceed from there. So further streams down the track, you will get to see these being turned as well. So you'll see it fully all the way through. The only part you're not really going to see, which you don't need to see, is me gluing the blocks to the sacrificial pieces. So yeah, so look forward to seeing you again on Sunday night. I can't remember what's up on Sunday night. I'll need to check the up and coming stream list. But I know we've got a couple of things sitting there waiting to be done. So we've got that one, and I think there's another one in after that scheduled already as well. So I think we've got a couple there. It'll probably be near the end of the week next week when I'll need to start scheduling in a couple of other ones. So we'll block some of these ones in as well. Okay, so thanks guys. Good to see you. Till next time, take care, right? Thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.